What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching Day Beer, our podcast. Thanks for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, if you'd like to watch our whole episode, subscribe to our Patreon. How much does it cost, Lucas?
$3 a month for it all.
Subscribe for $3 a month to watch full episodes. Catch half episodes on this YouTube channel. Our podcast, Day Beer. Thank you for tuning in, and check out our sketch channel, Genuine Jerks.
Be brave.
Be you. Okay, we're discussing, can you be professional without getting paid?
You can act professionally, but you're not a professional because you're not making any money. That's literally the definition of professional.
So you could use the excuse, like, if someone's like, hey, come on, Larry, be professional, and you'd be like, don't have to be, not getting paid.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean professional? I'm not getting paid.
I have no idea. That doesn't compute for me until I see dollar signs.
Yeah, if someone's like, you need to be professional here, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're not getting paid. Like, if I go to a restaurant and the host's like, oh, your wait's going to be like 20 minutes. I'm like, yeah, well, we had the reservation 30 minutes ago and we've already been waiting 30 minutes. And the host is like, you need to be professional here.
And then you say, you need to be professional because you're the one getting paid.
I like throwing around professional. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Even though it's not in a, hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Who taught you to drive like that? Can we just be professional here? What do you mean?
Let's keep it professional.
Shut your dog up. It's 3 a.m. Hey, let's keep it professional.
He's hosting a huge party. He's yelling at the house to tell him to keep it down. Let's keep it professional. I love that. Well, I've had a guest at my house that was not supposed to be here. It's funny. I mean, I love, he's a great friend and I want him to stay, but had he told me, hey, I need a place to stay, aka sit on someone's couch and play video games every day, all day, I would have been like, hell no, dude.
Like not even making an effort to like step outside, or did he buy meals and groceries or anything like that?
I mean, he did. I will give him that. He's like, man, let me know, like, if if you're buying groceries, we can split, da da da. And so he did split my groceries this week with me, and like he's made a couple meals, which is nice. But he doesn't do anything. Like, we went out the other night and we're getting drinks, and I got a couple in me, and I was like, because he's here to be in the entertainment industry.
But he's not working at all towards it.
Yeah, and he's been doing this for years, and it's just like, I said, I'm like, dude, you're in LA for 2 weeks, and he's like, well, dude, like, because it's a long story, but he's like waiting for these people to get back to LA from Cannes, and I'm like, you don't need to wait for them. You can be trying to get meetings. You should be emailing. You have a manager here in LA. Like, you could be meeting with her, talking about. I mean, it's wild. And then he like, so I gave him this fucking big talk, and then the next morning he's like, dude, thanks for talking to me. I called my manager, and like, but even still, like, they're not, he's whatever. That's him. He's a big boy. He can do whatever he wants with that. Whole point is, it's like he is staying at my house on a and wasn't supposed to be, but he ended up needing a place. So I said yes. He's staying at my house for a week and is just not doing anything. So it's like, not only is he staying at my house, it's like I have to be with him. Like I have to be
entertaining him.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, and he doesn't,
expect that, but
it just feels, it's like, and every night he's like, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight? And like, I just feel bad. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, I didn't realize it was just like, it was going to be like this for an entire week. Like, you're not. And the other thing too is like, he has a car and he doesn't, but he's like, well, it takes diesel, so it's a lot of money. And I'm like, that's wild, man.
Did he drive his car there?
No, it's his buddy's car that his buddy left. It's such a long clusterfuck of a story.
Yeah. Sounds like it. It sounds like the type of people a lot of people in LA attract for whatever reason. Feel like you move out of LA, that stuff stops.
What do you mean? Like,
I don't know. I I've certainly had friends or instances where it's very unique to LA. And I've also run into friends who have like, yeah, I have a friend who's living in my living room for the next 2 months because he has a big pitch, for the office or some shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he can't drive because his car runs on diesel. It's his friend's car. It's a long story. You don't get that in Arizona or in Nebraska, like New York, LA, maybe Chicago. I think that's about it.
Can you imagine being in Nebraska? Hey, I just need a place to crash. I got a big interview coming up next month, and I'm just prepping for it. If I can just crash at your place.
Hey, do you have a green screen?
Folks, that is Lucas cracking his beer. That's a 5-minute mark, and a great reminder to tell you who we are and what this podcast is. This is the Genuine Jerks. We have a YouTube channel. It's a sketch YouTube channel, and we've been featured on some cool stuff. Check our YouTube videos out. We have 60, just to give us some, if you're like, I don't give a shit, it's not a bad number. We have 64,000 subscribers and climbing.
Nothing to brag about, though.
Nothing to brag about, but also to give ourselves, just to like pique someone's interest.
Someone really shallow.
Yeah. I'll leave you with this 64.4 thousand subscribers. It's like a really bad agent. Yeah, listen, man, I'm not mean with your client. I'll say one last thing. And he just lists off their social media
in just
followers.
10 short years. Okay. So how much up front are we talking?
That's a great title for a movie, In Just 10 Short Years. Anyway.
Ticking clock for a movie, sorry. We have to stop the bomb. The bomb's going to go off in 10 years. It's kind of the problem with global warming. Everyone's like, it's so fucking far away. We don't give us an asteroid, we'll figure it out.
If it's next week, then we'll start thinking about it. Okay, my tweets Kanye's going to pump off between now and then. Like, who knows what the world's going to look like in 10 years? I'm Brett, by the way, Brett Moline. I have a tie-dye shirt. I got sandy blonde hair, my tortoiseshell glasses, red and black headphones. I got the Day Beer logo behind me. That's this podcast, Day Beer, where Lucas and I meet up for a day beer to chat, pitch sketches, and talk about shit we're watching. My co-host, Lucas D. Williger Hill.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", probably about 240, 245 right now. Black hat, black glasses, TV behind me showing some nature, summer nature. It's like a screensaver thing on my big screen.
Lucas cares. Okay.
I could care. I care about what?
This podcast. Clearly.
Oh, yeah.
You set the screen up.
I can't believe we're still doing it.
We're at Daybeer 54, folks.
And I think the question everybody's wondering is why?
Because every beer that we drink, thousands of dollars are donated to save the whales.
Is that true?
No, that'd be great though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I like the whales, but if it's thousands of dollars, we should probably feed ourselves first.
Somewhere I really... Sorry, go ahead, sorry.
And then the whales,
I want to do... It's a little bit old, but I think you could still do it and it'd be funny. I want to do a sketch where it's a billionaire watching the news and watching the orcas hitting the yachts. And he's like, pull my funding from the Save the Whales. That's fucking it. I give these whales millions of dollars every year. What do? They stab me in the back and they start hitting my friends' yachts.
I'd rather him be walking around
like man on the street.
An aquarium with whales inside it, and he's yelling at them like they're teenagers.
You fucking whales.
Or is it a cove somewhere and the whales come to him like he's their father?
That's deep. Sorry, that was just a dream that I had.
I can't believe you. They squeak or make their well noises. He's like, your mom died for me too. You're not the only one who lost her.
I didn't know she was gonna jump that far up the rocks to give me a kiss.
They have like earrings in and like purple hair. The whales.
Stupid.
Is that a lip ring?
Where did I go wrong with you guys, huh? Stupid. That is a hilarious cartoon to write, though. Like punk whales.
There's like a human father for no reason too.
You never address it. You don't ever address it.
Oh, I gave $100,000 for USC. You bet your ass you're going.
Kelly, where were you at the audition for Free Willy 5? I set that up for you. No, I'm not being a stage father. I'm being a manager now. I'm talking to you as your manager.
No, I'm not your dad right now. I'm your manager. Where the hell were you?
You missed the producer session. Okay, I know you think it's a lock, but it's not a lock, Kelly. Okay.
They don't need you. They don't need you. You need them.
You know any other killer whales who'd kill to be in your position? Sorry, orcas.
Yeah, they all freak out when he calls them killer. Sorry, orcas. God, these kids today.
I don't want to fucking call themselves whatever they want. Yeah, that's great. I wish that we could have like a general and just start improvising a pitch where we just know that I'm just gonna fucking bullshit something and then we just riff on it and laugh. And then they're like, "Where does it go?" We're like, "Oh, we don't know. We were just making that shit up."
Oh, you mean a general meeting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we could kill 10 minutes of a general meeting just riffing and forgetting they're in the room and there's like, fuck are these idiots giggling at their own jokes about? What is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, we were really high right now.
Sorry, we were having a bunch of fun.
Back to the meeting. Let's do it.
Back to the grind. I have this distinct memory of Lucas and I taking a general years ago. And I remember being outside of the building. And was it you that was mad or me that was mad? When we like showed them, I think we sent them a one-pager and they're like, "Oh yeah, we love this. Come and meet." And so we go and meet with them and we talk more about it. And they're like, "Yeah, we love that." Well, if you can just edit the one-pager to what we talked about and then send it to us and then we'll let you know. And either you or me were like, we walked out of them. We're like, "Fuck this. We're not doing fucking free work. They just want to fucking, like they're not going to do anything with it."
And they didn't. And
they
did the
didn't.
free work. And that's how it is. And you do so much free work, especially when you're younger. And it sucks. It's a bullshit industry. And now you're lucky to be able to do free work.
Mm-hmm. And that one pager ended up being
Avatar.
Yeah. And then we did another one pager that was actually pretty much Sinners.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on your joke.
No, it's okay. It's funny adding the Sinners one. Say that in the fucking general. People are like, "Alrighty, thanks so much."
So who are you guys? What do you guys do? Well, we wrote Sinners.
Ever seen the movie Sinners?
Yeah, it's great. We watched it this weekend. My wife and I. Did you guys review it on your YouTube channel or something?
You reviewed on your little YouTube channel, right? Yes, but also I wanted to ask you because I've given I'm writing this feature right now for someone, and I've given myself a deadline. Do you believe in deadlines? One, two, how many pages a day with a deadline? If you're like getting paid to write a script, how many pages a day do you recommend writing, or do you think it's across? It can be anything. It's just like what you want to do.
Absolutely believe in deadlines, especially if you're getting paid. You need a deadline.
Yeah.
And as far as pages a day, it's different for every writer. It's so different.
Yeah.
Like I hardcore outline and then I can write really fast, but then
Yeah.
I edit a lot, and people are different. Some people hardcore outline and edit as they write and are really slow writers. But when they're done, it's like, I mean, there's always rewriting, but it's way closer because my initial draft will be garbage. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of rewriting.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. And I'm writing, I'm just, contractually whatever in to
Obligated?
write obligated. I just don't like using that word anymore. It just feels
Did you
abrasive.
sign a contract?
Obligated. Ugh.
Did you take money and sign a contract?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you're contractually obligated.
You're so fucking obligated.
You're not going to make the deadline, and they're going to come after that money, dude.
You're gonna be up to your ears in
And
obligation.
if you give them something, they're not going to like it. They're going to want that money back.
They're gonna want that money back. You're gonna be obligated to give them it back.
So stupid. Well, thanks for the advice, Lucas.
That's why you got to sign a clause of obligation. Gets you out of any obligation that they might give to you.
Clause of obligation. Hey.
I love that sketch. I'm writing that down. The rules of obligation.
Anyway, so what is your take? What are you going to do?
Well, so I have a buddy coming in town who is originally
coming in town.
I know. Who is originally but this one actually like hit me up months ago. And is like, hey, I'd love to come to LA. And he didn't even ask if he could stay with me. He's a freaking gem. He grew up in Japan. He's going to school in Wisconsin. Anyway, first time in LA. I'm stoked to have him. And he gets here the 27th, so I'm trying to finish it by then.
Good.
And I have 25 pages left.
How many pages do you need total?
I'm trying to just get to 90 because I know that we're going to already. It's funny. I'm going to send it to him and then be like, after you read it, let me know. And before we meet up, I want to send you these thoughts because I already have thoughts of like, oh, we should do this. And
90 pages is perfect.
Yeah.
That's an easy read for most people.
Yeah. And like we do need to add probably a few scenes that, again, I don't want to tell him that before he reads it because.
But that's why 90 pages is great. You can add, you can take out. It's like, it's the perfect first draft. You can go even lower than that. A lot of first drafts are like 70 to 80. So.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like, oh, this character needs more development. This story arc needs more development. You have the room to do it,
Yeah. Yeah. That's good to know actually, because I'm like, oh, I might come in a little under 90. But he also said he's dope. He's like, because he's gonna be directing it, and he said one of his like pillars was like 90 pages or bust. Like, don't write anything over 90.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So, because the other thing too is and I told him that I do not have experience writing actual fight scenes. And there are there's 3 fight scenes. And so I told him, like, that's not my thing. I'm like, I'll write them, but just saying that, we can definitely expand them on the page if we need to. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't like writing fight scenes too long. It's like, we get it, and like, you can obviously tell more when it's actually visually.
Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of action writers. Not everybody, bless you. An action scene shouldn't be more than a page, but honestly, unless it's a giant sequence, like a Matrix sequence, a quick fight scene shouldn't last more than like a few punchy lines explaining what happens with a lot of colorful language,
Yeah. I mean, with that, then the fight scenes may be too long, so we could take some of that shit out.
Yeah, unless it's like intentional, but even then, like, because what readers are going to do, they're going to see a block of text and go skip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I know, and that's interesting too. Because that's a good point too, where this draft is different than anything I've written before because I'm writing it for a director.
Right. That's a
And
whole
they're
different. Yeah.
yeah. But it's wild though because I am thinking about, and you said this a lot, where you're like, don't don't direct in in the script. Like you know, don't be putting in camera shots or like, saying
Yeah,
certain
but to,
things.
to add on that, you can do that. You shouldn't, but you should be able to do that with clever writing, so people can visualize what the camera's going to be.
Yeah.
Bloody knuckles flash forward. His head kicks back, teeth fly in the air. We get an idea of what these camera angles might look like.
Yeah. Totally. And Danny, instead of, I think I told you this, but our buddy Danny Jacobs, Groundlings buddy, he's a great writer, director, and done some shit. But he told me, oh, he read a script and he gave me a great thought that I really liked. He's like, this is take or leave. He's like, this is a format thing. Instead of writing insert, and then doing the thing and then end insert, he's like, because one, it takes up a lot of unnecessary page space. And two, it just reads more clean, like more cleanly, where if you just write close on and then just say what it is, I was like, oh yeah, that does read better.
Yeah. And even that, like, it's all different styles. It's your style preference, but you don't even need close on. You could be like,
Is
you can just say what
what
it
you're
is.
seeing. Yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah. And it'll be interesting. I read, so the person I'm writing it for, the director, he did a table read of another script and that he co-wrote, and it was interesting reading his format and how he writes versus mine. So it'll be like, there are some things I'm like, oh man, should I change it? And then I was like, yeah, fuck it. If
Yeah.
we want to change, if we want to change the format, we can do that on the second draft that we're gonna do together. So
Well, good for you. It's good
yeah,
doing creative things.
it's nice to be getting paid a little tiny bit of money to be writing and also be collaborating with somebody that I believe in as a person and as a creative. That's very nice.
Good.
And he's been like so dope and giving me space, and like even when he's like, hey, how'd this week go? And I hit him, I'm like, oh, I haven't had much time because there's been a buddy staying at my place. And he's like, dude, no problem at all. He's like, just want to check in, make sure you know that I'm like engaged on my end. I was like, you're a fucking angel, dude. So it's
Well,
interesting.
try not to let him down because you let down a lot of people.
I'm trying to really cut down my letdown list. That's another great.
Are
The
you just
letdown.
cutting down the amount of people in your life so you don't have to let down so many?
Yeah, it's basically just cutting people out of my life.
You're ready to cut Strass out. I know that.